not affection. Change the tender days to the sweet glances of my honor love. I rather would entreat thy company to see the wonders of the world abroad than living dully sluggardized at home, wear out thy youth with shameless idleness. But since thou lovest, love still and thrive therein, even as I would when I to love begin. Wilt thou be gone?
Oh, sweet Valentine of you! Then come thy Proteus, for now happily seest some rare, noteworthy object in thy travels, which thee partaker in thy happiness, for now doth me good hap! And in danger for doing blood with thee, command thy grievance, deny all thee prayers, for I will be
Valentine, and also the love will pray for my success. And some book I love, I'll pray for thee. That is some shallow story of a deep love, how young Leander swam the Hellespont.
That is a deep story of a deeper love, for he was more than over shoes in love.
Aye, and you are over the boots in love, and yet you never swam the Hellespont.
Over boots? Nay, give me not the boots.
Nay, I will not, for it boots thee not.
What?
To be in love, where scorn is bought with coy looks, one fading moment's worth with 20 weary, tedious, watchful nights. If won, perhaps a hapless gain. If lost, why then a grievous labor won. If not a folly bought with wit, why then a wit but full is vanquished.
So by your circumstance you call me a fool.
So by your circumstance I fear your proof.
'Tis love, you caveat. I'm not love.
For love is your master, for he masters you, and he then so your fool methinks should not be chronicled for wise.
Yet writers say that in the sweetest blood eating canker dwells. So in eating love inhabits the finest wits of all.
And writers say, even as the most forward bud is eaten by the canker ere it blow, even so the young and tender wit by love is turned to folly, blasting in the bud, losing his verdure even in the prime, and all the fair effects of future hopes. But wherefore waste thy time in counsel with thee that are a votary of fond desire. Once again, dear Proteus, adieu. My father's road expects my coming. Then see me shipped.
And hither will I bring thee, Valentine.
No, dear Proteus, now let us take over. Oh, to Milan let me hear from thee by letters of thy success in love, and what is up to thy dear and absence of thy friend. And I likewise will visit thee with mine.
All happiness perchance in Milan.
What's to you at home?
He, after honor, hunts. I, after love. He leaves his friends to dignify them more. I leave myself, my friends, and all for love. Now, Julia, thou hast metamorphosed me, made me neglect my studies, lose my time, or with good counsel. You set the world a knot, made wit with musing weak, heart sick with thought.
Sir Proteus saying he saw you by master?
No, but now he parted hence to embark from Milan.
20 to 1 then, he is shipped already, and I think the sheep is losing him.
Indeed, and the sheep doth very often stray, and if the shepherd be a while away. You conclude that my master is a shepherd then, and I a sheep? I do. Why then, my horns are his horns, whether I wake or sleep. That's a silly answer, and fitting well a sheep. This proves me still a sheep. True, and thy master a shepherd. Nay, that I can deny by circumstance. It will go hard, but I'll prove it by another. The shepherd seeks the sheep, and not the sheep the shepherd. But I seek my master, and my master seeks not me. Therefore, I am no sheep. The sheep for fodder follows the shepherd. The shepherd for food follows not the sheep. Thou for wages follows thy master. Thy master for wages follows not thee. Therefore thou art a sheep. But another proof will make me cry, bah! But just not here. Gavest thou my letter to Julia? Aye, sir. I, a lost mutton, gave your letter to her, a laced mutton, and she, a laced mutton, gave me a lost mutton, nothing for my labor. If the ground be overcharged, you are mistaken.
Hey! That's what we're saying. Well, that's pound you.
Hey, sir, less than a pound shall serve me for carrying your letter.
Mistake, I mean a pound, a pinful.
From a pound to a pin, fold it over and over, 'tis threefold too little for carrying a letter to your lover.
Oh, what said she? Why, that's naughty.
What? You mistook, sir. I say she did not, and you asked me if she did not, and I say I.
Set together is nod I.
Now you have taken the pains to set it together. Take it for your pains.
Oh, you shall have it for bearing the letter.
Well, I perceive I must be fain to bear with you.
Why, sir, how do you bear with me?
Marry, sir, the letter very orderly, having nothing but the word not I for my pains.
Shrew me, but you have a quick wit.
And yet you cannot overtake your slow purse.
Come, open the matter in brief. What said she?
Open your purse, that the money in the matter may be both at once delivered.
Why, sir, here is for your pains.
What said she? Truly, sir, I think you'll hardly win her.
Why? Couldst thou receive so much from her?
Sir, I can perceive nothing at all from her. No, not so much as a ducat for delivering your letter. And being so hard to me that brought your mind, I fear she'll prove as hard to you in telling your mind. And give her no tokens but stones, for she's hard as steel.
What, said she nothing?
No, not so much as take this for your pains. To testify your bounty, I thank you. You have testered me, and are quite aware of. Henceforth, carry your letters yourself. And so, sir, I'll mention my letter.
Go! Go to save your ship from wreck, which cannot perish with thee aboard, being destined for a drier death on shore! I must send some better messenger. I fear my Julie will not deign my lines, receiving them from such a worthless post!
What thinkst thou of the gentle Proteus? Ooh, goose yet, to see what folly reigns in us. How now, passionate his name? Pardon, madam, 'tis a passing shame that I, unworthy body as I am, should censure thus on lovely gentlemen. Why not on Proteus as of all the rest? Then thus, many good, I think him best. Your reason? I have no other but a woman's reason. I think him so because I think him so. Thou hast me cast my love on him. Ah, if you thought your love not cast away. Why, he of all the rest hath never moved me. And yet he of all the rest, I think best loves me. His little speaking shows his love but small. Fire that's closest kept burns most of all. They do not love that do not show their love. They love least that lets men know their love. I would I knew his mind. There is this paper, madam. Julia! Say from whom? That's the contents, no show. Say, who gave it thee? Several chid her. What fool is she that knows I am a maid and would not force the letter to my use and maids? Oh, to that which they would have the properer construe. I! How wayward is this foolish love that like a testy babe will scratch the nurse and presently, all humbled, kiss the rod. How churlishly I chid Lucetta hence, when willingly I would have had her here. How angrily I taught my brow to frown. My inward joy forced my heart to smile. My penance is to call Lucetta back and ask remission for my folly past. What ho, Lucetta!
What would your old ladyship?
It's near dinner time. I would have that you might kill your stomach on your meat and not upon your maid. What is that you took up so gingerly? Nothing. Didst thou stoop then to take up a paper that I let fall? Is that paper nothing? Nothing concerning me. Then let it lie for those that it concerns. But it will not lie that it concerns, unless it have a false interpreter. Some love of yours hath writ to you in rhyme, that I might sing it, madam, to her tune. Give me a note. Your ladyship consent, that all by such choice as possible, best sing it to the tune of Light Love. It is too heavy for so light a tune. Heavy, but like it hath some burden then. Ah, and melodious merit, would you sing it? And why not you? I cannot reach so high. Let's see your come out, make it! People in their books think about singing now. And if you think that is not right, so you do not! And Martha comforted too harsh at that hand. The abundance for the mean to fill your soul. The mean is proud with your unruly face. And it is this battle shall henceforth not trouble me. Here is a coil and protestation. Go, get you gone, and let the papers lie. You would be fingering them to anger me.
She makes it strange, but she would be best pleased to be so angered with another letter.
Oh, nay, would I were so angered with the same. Oh, hateful hands, to tear such loving words, injurious wasps, to feed on such sweet honey, and kill the bees that yield it with your stings. I'll kiss each double paper for it ends. Look, here is writ, kind Julia. Unkind Julia, as in revenge of thy ingratitude, I throw thy name against the bruising stones, trampling contemptuously on thy disdain. Here is writ, love wounded Proteus. Poor wounded name. My bosom as a bed shall lodge thee, till thy wound be thoroughly healed. And thus I search it with a sovereign kiss. But twice or thrice was Proteus written down. Be caught, good weight, blow not a word away till I have found each letter in the letter. Oh, except mine own name, that some whirlwind bearer to a red and fearful hanging rock, and throw it thence into the raging sea. Oh, lo, here in one line is his name twice writ. Poor forlorn Proteus, passionate Proteus, to the sweet Julia. That I'll tear away. Ooh, and yet I will not. Since so prettily he couples it to his complaining names. Thus
Now, kiss, embrace, contend, do what you will. Madam, dinner is ready and your father's thanks. Well, let us go. What, so these papers lie like telltales here? If you respect them, best to take them up. Nay, I was taken up for laying them down. Yes, yes, they shall not lie for catching cold. I see you have a month's mind to them. You say what sights you see. I see things too, although you judge, I hate. Come, come, please, you go!
Tell me, Athena, what sad talk was that wherewith my brother held you in the cloister?
'Twas, his nephew, Proteus, your son.
Why, what of him?
He wondered that your lordship would suffer him to spend his youth at home, while other men of slender reputation put forth their sons to seek preferment out. Some to the wars to try their fortune there, and some to discover islands far away, and some to the studious universities. For any or for all these exercises, he said that your son Proteus was neat, and did request me to importune you to let him spend his time no more at home.
Nor needst thou much importune me to that wrongest month I have been hammering. I have considered well his loss of time, and how he cannot be a perfect man, not being tried and tutored in the world, experiences by industry achieved, and perfected by the swift course of time. Then tell me, whither were I best to send him?
I think your lordship is not ignorant how his companion, youthful Valentine, attends the emperor in his royal court.
You know it well.
'Twere best, I think, your lordship sent him thither. There shall he practice tilts and tournaments, and hear sweet discourse, and converse with noblemen, and be an eye of every exercise worthy his youth and nobleness of birth.
I like thy counsel. Well hast thou advised, and that thou mayst perceive how well I like it. Execution it shall make even with the speediest expedition. I will dispatch him to the emperor's court.
Tomorrow, may it please you, Don Alfonso and other gentlemen of good esteem are journeying to salute the emperor and to commend their service to his will.
Good company. With them shall Proteus go. And in good time. Now will we brave you.
Sweet love, sweet line, sweet life. Here is her hand. The agent of her heart. Here is her oath for love, her honor's pawn. Oh, that our fathers would applaud our loves and seal our happiness with their consents. Oh, heavenly Julia.
Now, what letter are you reading there?
'Tis a word or two of commendation sent from Valentine, delivered by a friend who came from him.
Lend me the letter. Let me see what
There's no news, my lord. But then he writes, how he lives, how well beloved and daily graced by the emperor, wishing me with him partner in misfortune.
And how stand you affected to his wish?
As one relying on your lordship's will and not depending on his friendly wish.
My will is something sordid with his wish. Muse not that I thus suddenly proceed. For what I will, and there an end. I am resolved that thou shalt spend some time with Valentinus in the emperor's court. What maintenance he from his friend receives, like exhibition thou shalt have for me. Tomorrow be in readiness to go. Excuse me, not for I am friend.
No, my lord, I cannot be so soon provided. Please you deliver it a day or two.
Look, what thou wantest shall be sent after thee.
But I
No more stay. Tomorrow thou must go. Come on, Athena. You shall be employed to hasten on this expedition.
Last time I shunned the fire for fear of burning, and he drenched me in the sea where I am drowned. I feared to show my father Julia's letter, lest he should take exceptions to my love and take advantage of my own excuse that he accepted most against my love. How this spring of love resembleth the uncertain glory of an April day, which now shows all the glory of the sun, and by and by a cloud takes all away.
Proteus! Your father calls for you. He is in haste, therefore I pray you go.
Yes, it is. My heart towards there too, and yet 1,000 times it answers no!
Sir, your glove.
Mine, sir, my gloves are one.
Why then, this may be yours, for this is but one.
Oh, I can give mine. Oh, sweet ornament that decks a thing divine. Oh, Sylvia, Sylvia.
Madame Sylvia! Madame Sylvia! Madame Sylvia! She's coming! Stand here! Ring, sir.
Why, who made you call her?
Your worship, sir, or else I
It'll
mistook.
still be too forward.
And yet I was lashed for being too slow.
Go to, sir. Tell me, dost thou know my lady Sylvia?
She that your worship loves,
Oh, how know you that I'm in love?
married by these special marks. First you have learned, like Sir Proteus, to wreath your arms like a malcontent. To relish a love song like a robin red breast. Walk alone like one that hath a pestilence. To sigh like a schoolboy that had lost his ABC. To weep like a young witch that had buried her grandam. To fast like one that takes diet. To wash like one that fears ramen. To speak puling like a beggar at hollow mass. You were once, when you laughed, to crow like a cock. When you walk, to walk like one of the lions. When you fasted, it was presently after dinner. When you looked sadly, it was for want of money. And now, you are metamorphosed with the mistress that when I look on you, I could hardly think you my master.
All these things perceived in me?
They are all perceived without you.
Oh, without me they cannot.
Without you, nay, that's certain. For without you were so simple, none else would. But these follies are so without you that they are within you and shine through you like the water in an urinal. And I sees you, but as a physician to comment on your malady.
But tell me, dost thou know my lady Sylvia?
She that you gaze on so as she sits at supper.
Even she, I mean.
Why, sir, I know her not.
How knowest thou am I gazing on her, and yet knowest her not?
Is she not hard-favored, sir?
Not so fair, boy, as well-favored.
Sir, I know that well enough.
What dost thou know?
That she's not so fair as of you well-favored.
I mean that her beauty is exquisite, but her favor infinite.
That's because the one is painted and the other out of all count.
How painted and how out of count?
Mary, sir, is so painted to make her fair that no man counts of her beauty.
How esteemest thou me? I account of her beauty.
You never saw her since she was deformed.
How long has she been deformed?
Ever since you loved her.
I have loved her ever since I saw her, and still I see her beautiful.
If you love her, you cannot see her.
Why?
Because love is blind! Oh, that you had mine eyes! Or your own eyes had the light they were wont to have when you cheated Sir Proteus for going unguarded.
What should I see then?
Your own present folly and her passing deformity. For he being in love could not see to garter his hose, and you being in love cannot see to put on your hose.
Polite boy, then you are in love. For this morning you cannot see the way of my shoes.
True, sir, I was in love with my bed. I thank you. You swinged me for my love, which makes me the bolder to chide you for
In
yours.
conclusion, I stand affected to her.
I would you were set, so your affection would cease.
Last night she did enjoin me to write some lines unto one she loves.
And have you?
I have.
Are they not lamely written?
No, but as well as I can do them. Elise, here she comes.
Oh, excellent motion. Oh, exceeding puffin. Now let me interpret to her.
Madam! And mistress, call some good morrows.
Oh, give ye good even. Here's a million of manners.
Sir Valentine and servants, to you 2,000.
He should give her interest if she gives it him.
Oh, I have writ the letter to that secret nameless friend of yours, in which I was much unwilling to proceed in, but my duty to your ladyship.
I thank you, gentle servant. Oh. 'Tis very clerkly done.
Now, trust me, madam, it came hardly off. Oh, for the ignorant of whom it goes, I read at random very doubtfully.
Perchance you think too much of so much pain.
No, believe me, madam, so instead I would write, so please you 1,000 times as much. And yet...
A pretty period. Well, I guess the sequel. And yet I will not name it. And yet I care not. And yet take this again, and yet I thank you. Meaning henceforth to trouble you no more.
And yet you will, and yet another yet.
Your ladyship, do you not like that?
Yes, yes, the lines are very quaintly writ. But since unwillingly, take them again. Nay, take them.
Madam, they are for you.
Aye, you writ them, sir, at my request, but I will none of them. They are for you. I would have had them written more movingly. Oh.
So please, your ladyship, I'll write you another.
And when it's done, read it over for my sake. And if it please you, so. If not, why, so.
If it please me, what then?
Why, if it please you, take it for your labor. And so good morrow, servant.
Oh, just unseen, inscrutable, invisible from a nose on a man's face, or a weathercock on a steeple. My master suits to her, and she hath taught her suitor, he being her pupil, to become her tutor. Oh, excellent device! Was there ever heard of better? That my master, being scribe to himself, should write the letter.
Oh, now, sir, what? Are you reasoning with yourself?
Nay, I was rhyming. 'Tis you that have the reason.
You what?
To be a spokesman for Madame Sylvia.
To whom?
To yourself. Why she woos you by a figure.
What figure?
By a letter, I should say.
What, she hath not written to me.
What needs she when she hath made you write to yourself? Why, do you not perceive the jest?
No, believe me.
No, believing you indeed, sir. But did you perceive her earnest?
She gave me naught but an angry word.
Why, she hath given you a letter.
That's the letter that I writ to her friend.
And that letter hath she delivered, and there an end.
Or knows worse.
I'll warrant you 'tis as well, for often have you writ to her, and she in modesty, or else for want of idle time, could not again reply. Or fearing else some messenger that might her mind discover, herself hath taught her love himself to write unto her lover. All this I speak in print, for in print I found it.
Oh!
Oh, you served his dinner time.
Oh, I am dying.
Aye, but hearken, sir, though the chameleon love can feed on the air, I am one that am nourished by my victuals, and would fain have meat. Oh, be not like your mistress, be moved, be moved. Gentle Julia.
I must where is no remedy.
When possible I can, I will return.
If you turn not, you will return the sooner. Keep this remembrance for thy Julia's sake.
Why then, we'll make exchange here. Take it as.
Seal the bargain with a holy kiss.
Here's my hand for true constancy. When that hour worships me in the day where I sigh not, Julia, for thy sake, let the next ensuing hour some foul mischance torment me for my love's forgetfulness. My father stays my coming. Answer not, the tide is now. Nay, not the tide of tears that will stay me longer than I should. Julia, farewell. What? Gone, without a word. Die, as true love should do, it cannot speak. The words to grace it.
Sir Proteus! Oh, you are stayed for.
Go! I come!
Alas, this parting strikes before lovers gone.
Nay, 'twill be this hour ere I have done weeping. All the kind of nonsense have this very fault. I have received my proportion like the prodigious son and am going with Sir Proteus to the Imperial's court. My good crab, my dog, the sourest natured dog that lives. My mother weeping, my father wailing, our maid howling, our cat wringing her heads, and all our house in a great perplexity. Yet did not this cruel heart encourage shed one tear? He is a stone, a very pebble stone, and hath no more pity in him than a dog. Why, a Jew would have wept to have seen our party. Why, my Brandon, having no eyes with you, wept herself blind at my parting. Nay, I'll show you the manner of it. This shoe is my father. No, this left shoe is my father. No, this left shoe is my mother. No, that cannot be so neither. Ah, 'tis so, it hath a worser soul. This shoe, with the hole in it, is my mother, and this my father. Oh, a vengeance on it! There it is. This staff is my sister's. For look you, she is as white as a lily and as small man, our maid. I'm the dog. No, the dog is himself and I'm the dog. Oh, the dog is me and I myself. I so said. Now come I to my father. Father, your blessing. Oh, now should not the shoe speak a word for weeping? Shall I kiss my father? Well, he weeps on. Now come I to my mother. Oh, that she should speak now like a wood woman. Well, I kiss her. Oh, why? Here's my mother's breath, up and down. Now come I to my sister. Mark the moan she makes. Now the dog, all this while sheds not a tear, nor speaks not a word, but see how I lay the dust with my tears.
Away, aboard! Thy master is shipped, and thou art to post after with oars! What's the matter? We missed them. Oh, wait now till the tide carry you.
It is no matter if the tide were lost, for it is the unkindest tide that ever any man died.
What's the unkindest tide?
Why, he that's tied here, crab, like dog.
I mean, thou lose the flood, and in losing the flood, lose thy voyage, and in losing thy voyage, lose thy master, and in losing thy master, lose thy service, and in losing thy service,
Then fear thou should lose thy tongue.
should I lose my tongue?
In thy tail!
In thy tail!
Lose the tide of the voyage, and the master, and the service, and the tide like woman. If the river were dry, I could fill the boat with my tears. If the wind were down, I could drive the boat with my sighs.
Oh, come away, man, I was sitting over thee.
Call me what thou dare.
Wilt thou go?
Well, I will go.
Servant.
Mistress!
Master, Sir Thurio frowns on you.
My voice is from love.
Not of you.
Of my mistress, then.
Well, best you knocked him.
Servant, you are sad.
Happily, I indeed seem so.
Same you are that you are not.
I do.
So the counterfeits.
So do you.
What seem I that I am not?
Why?
What instance of the contrary?
Your folly.
And how come you, my folly?
I caught it in your jerkin.
My jerkin is a doublet.
Well, then I'll double your folly.
How?
What, angry Sir Thorio? Do you change color?
If you believe, madam, he is a kind of chameleon.
That have more mind to feed on your blood than live in your air.
You have said, sir.
Aye, sir, and done too for this time.
No, well, you always end ere you begin.
A fine folly of yours, gentlemen. Quickly shot off.
Oh, why, we thank the giver.
Who is that, servant?
Why, yourself, sweet lady. For you gave the fire. Sir Thurio borrows his wit from your ladyship's looks, and spends what he borrows kindly in your company.
Sir Valentine, if you spend word for word with me, I shall make your wit bankrupt.
I know you well, sir. You have an exchequer of words, and I think no treasures else to give to your followers. No for it appears by their bare livers that they live by your bare words.
No, gentlemen, no more. Here comes my father.
Now, Father Sylvia.
You are hard beset. Sir Thurio. Sir Valentine, your father's in good health. What say you to a letter from your friends of much good news?
Please be great to be thanks to any happy messenger from thence.
Know ye Don Antonio, your countryman?
I know him to be a gentleman of worth and worthy estimation, and is not without desert so well reputed.
That not the son?
I might go for a son that well deserves the honor and regard of such a father.
And you know him well.
I know him myself. For from our infancy we spent our hours together, conversed, and though myself an idle truant, omitting the sweet benefit of time to cloak mine age in angel-like perfection, yet hath Sir Proteus, for that is his name, made use and fair advantage of his days. His years were younger, but his experience old. His head unknowed, but his judgment right. And in a word for far behind his word comes all the praises that I now bestow. He is complete in feature and in mind. All good grace to grace a gentleman.
Beshrew me, sir, but if he made this good, he is as worthy to be an empress' love as me to be an emperor's counsel. Well, sir, this gentleman is come to me with commendation from great potentates, and here he means to spend his time a while. I think 'tis no unwelcome news to you.
Well, I wish to think it had been he.
Welcome him, then, according to his worth. For Sylvia, I speak to you, and you, Sir Thurio. For Valentine, I need not cite him to it.
This is the gentleman I often told your ladyship had come along with me. Except that his mistress had pulled his eyes locked into her crystal looks.
Oh, but like she had them franchised over on some other pond too.
Nay, I think she holds them prisoners still.
Nay, he should be blind. And being blind, how could he see his way to seek out you?
Why, lady, love hath 20 pairs of eyes.
They say that love hath no eye at all.
To look on such lovers, Thurio, as yourself, upon a homely object, love can wink.
Have done, have done. Here comes the gentleman.
My lady, I bid thee confirm his welcome with some special favor.
His worth is warrant for his welcome hither, if this be he you oft have wished to hear from.
Mistress, it is. I bid thee confirm his welcome with some special favor. Entertain him to be my fellow servant to your ladyship.
Too low a mistress for so high a servant.
So, sweet lady, but do need a servant to have a look at such a
Worthy mistress, leave off discourse of disability. My lady, entertain him for your servant. My duty will I boast of, nothing else.
And duty never yet did want his need. Servants who are welcome to worthless mistress.
I will die on him that says so by yourself.
That you are welcome.
That you are worthless.
Madam, my lord, your father would speak with you.
I wait upon his pleasure. Once more, dear servant, welcome. I'll leave you to confer upon affairs. When you have done, we look to hear from you. Come, Sir Thurio, go with me.
We'll both depend upon your ladyship.
How thrives your love?
My tales of love were wont to weary you. I never enjoyed not my loves.
Aye, Proteus. But that life has altered now. The love which I imperious thoughts have punished me with bitter fasts and penitential daily tears and nightly heart sore sighs. For in revenge of my contempt of love, love hath driven the sleep from my enthralled eyes and made them the watching of their own heart's sorrow. Oh, gentle Proteus, love is a mighty Lord, and hath so humbled me as I confess. There is no woe to his correction, nor to his service no such joy on earth. Now there is no discourse except it be of love. Now I can break my fast, dine, sup, and sleep upon the very naked name of love.
Enough. I can read your fortune in your eye. Was this the idol that you worship so?
Even she, is she not a heavenly saint?
No, but she's an earthly paragon.
Call her divine.
Will not flatter her.
Then flatter me for love delights and praises.
When I was sick, you gave me bitter pills, and I must minister the light to you.
Then speak the truth by her. If she be not a heavenly saint, principality is sovereign to all creatures on the earth.
Except my mistress.
Sweet, except not any. Except I will accept against my love.
What, have I no reason to prefer my own?
And I will help thee to prefer her too. She shall be dignified with this high honor, to bear my lady's train. Lest the base urchin from his vesture chance to steal a kiss, and of such a gift grow prideful, disdain to root the summer swelling flower, and make rough winter everlasting.
Aye, Valentine, what brabidism is this?
Pardon me, Proteus, all I can is nothing to her, whose worth makes other worthies nothing. As she is alone.
Then let her alone.
Not for the world. Why, man, she is mine own. jewel is 20 seas of all the sands were pearls, the water nectar, the rocks made of pure gold. Forgive me that I do not dream on thee, because thou seest me dote upon my love. My foolish rival that her father does prefer, only because his possessions are so huge, is gone along with her, and I must after her. For love, as thou knowest, is full of jealousy.
But she loves you.
I am your betrothed. What? Nay, more our marriage hour. With all the cunning manner of our flight, determined how I should climb her window, the ladder made of cords, and with all things plotted and agreed upon for my happiness. Proteus, come with me to my chamber to aid me in this with thy counsel.
Go on before. I will inquire you forth. I am on the road to disembark some necessaries that I must use, and I'll presently attend you.
Will you make haste?
Oh. Even as one heat, another heat expels, or as one nail by strength drives out another, so is the remembrance of my former love by your new object quite forgotten. Is it mine eye? Or Valentine's praise? Her true perfection, or my false transgression that makes me reasonless to reason thus? She is fair. So is Julia that I love. That I did love. Now my love is thawed, and like a waxen image against the fire, bears not the resemblance of the thing it was. I think my zeal for Valentine is cold, and that I love him not as I was wont. Oh, but I love his lady too much, and that is the reason I love him so little. How will I begin to dote on her with more advice? Thus, with less advice, begin to love her? It is her picture I have yet beheld, and that hath dazzled my reason's light. But when I look on her perfections, there is no reason but I shall be blind. If I can check my erring love, I will. If not, to compass hers, I'll use my skill.
Lads, by mine honesty, welcome to Milan. Forswear not thyself, sweet youth, for I am not welcome. I reckon this always that a man is never undone till he be hanged, nor never welcome to a place till some certain shop be paid, and the hostess say, welcome.
Come on, you madcap. I'll to the alehouse with you presently, where for a shot of 5 pence thou shalt have 5,000 welcomes. But, sirrah, how did thy master part with Madame Julia?
Oh, Mary, after they closed in earnest, they parted very fairly in jest.
But shall she marry him?
No.
How then shall he marry her?
No, neither.
Why then, are they broken?
No, they're both as whole as a fish.
Well, how stands the matter with that?
Very thus. When it stands well with him, it stands well with her.
What an ass art thou! I understand thee
What
not.
a bluff art thou that thou canst not? My staff understands me.
What thou sayest?
Aye, and what I do too, look thee. I'll but lean, and my staff understands me.
It stands under thee, indeed.
Why, stand under and understand is all one.
But tell me true, wilt be a match?
Ask my dog. If he say aye, twill. If he say no, twill. If he shake his tail and say nothing, twill.
The conclusion is then that it's, well,
Thou shalt not get such a secret from me by my parable.
'tis well that I get it so. But once, how sayest thou that my master has become a notable lover?
I never knew him otherwise.
Then how?
A notable lover is thou reportest him to be.
Is thou horse and ass, thou mistakes?
Why, fool, I meant not thee, I meant thy master.
I tell thee, my master has become a hot lover.
Well, I tell thee I care not though he burn himself in love. If thou wilt, go with me to the alehouse. If not, thou art a Hebrew, a Jew, and not worth the name of a Christian.
Why?
Because thou hast not so much charity in thee as to go to the ale with a Christian. Wilt thou go?
At thy service.
Leave my Julia, shall I be forsworn? To love, fair Sylvia, shall I be forsworn? Wrong, my friend, I shall be much forsworn! Go! Yet, even the power which gave me first my oath provokes me now to this threefold perjury. Love bids me swear, and love bids me forswear. Oh, sweet suggested love, if thou hast sinned, teach me thy tempted subject to excuse it. At first I did adore a twinkling star, but now I worship a celestial sun. An unheedful vows may heedfully be broken, and he wants wit and wants resolve, the will to learn his wit, to exchange the bad for better. Fie, unreverent tongue, to call her bad, whose sovereignty so oft thou hast affirmed with 20,000 soul-confirming oaths. I cannot leave to love, and yet I do, but I leave to love where I should love. Valentine I lose, and Julia I lose. If I keep them, I needs must lose myself. If I lose them, find I by their loss. For Valentine, myself. For Julia, Sylvia. I myself am dearer than a friend, for love still most precious in itself. And Sylvia, witness heaven one made her fair, shows Julia but a swarthy atheist. Do you know what? I will forget that Julia is alive, remembering that my love for her is dead, and Valentine, a woman enemy, aiming at Sylvia as a sweeter friend. Can I not prove constant to myself without some treachery used towards Valentine? This night, he meaneth accorded ladder to climb celestial Sylvia's chamber window, myself in counsel, his competitor. Now presently, I'll give her father notice of their disguising and pretending flight, who all enraged will banish Valentine, for Thurio he intends to wed his daughter. But Valentine being gone, I'll quickly cross. And by some sly trick, blunt Thurio's dull proceedings. Oh, love, lend me wings to make my purpose swift as thou hast lent me wit to pluck this drift.
Counsel Lucetta. Gentle girl, assist me. And even in kind love, I do conjure thee who art the tableware and all my along.
A true devoted woman is not weary to measure kingdoms with his feeble steps. Much less shall she that hath love's wings to fly. And when the flight is made to one so dear, of such divine perfection as Sir Proteus.
Take your time.
Oh, knowest thou not his looks are my soul's food? Pity the death I have pined in by longing for that food so long a time. Didst thou but know the inly touch of love, you would as soon go kindle fire with snow, as seek to quench the fire of love with words.
I do not seek to quench your love's hot fire, but rather to qualify the fire's extreme rage. Let the children above the bounds of reason.
The more thou depths it up, the more it burns. The currents that with gentle murmur glides, thou knowest being stopped, impatiently doth rage. But when his fair course is not hindered, he makes sweet music with the enameled stones, giving a gentle kiss to every sedge he overtaketh in his pilgrimage. And so by many winding nooks he strives with willing sport to the wild ocean. Then let me go and hinder not my course. I'll be as patient as a gentle stream and make a pastime of each weary step till that last step have brought me to my love. And there I'll rest as after much turmoil a blessed soul doth in Elysium.
But in what carriage will you go along?
Not like a woman, for I would prevent the loose encounters of lascivious men. Gentle Lucetta, fit me with such weeds as may beseem some well-reputed page.
Why then, your ladyship must cut your
Ah,
hair.
no, girl! I'll knit it up in silken strings with 20 odd-conceited true love knots. To be fantastic may become a youth of greater time than I shall show to be.
What fashion, madam, shall I make your breeches?
That fits as well as tell me, good my lord, what compass will you wear your martingale? Why, even what fashion thou best likes, Lucetta?
Why then, you must please have them with a coffee, madam.
Out, out, Lucetta, that will be ill-favored!
Bravo, madam, now favor the hint, but not coffee.
Oh, Lucetta, thou lovest me! Let me have what thou thinkst meet, and is most mannerly. But tell me, wench, how will the world repute me for undertaking so unstaid a journey? I fear me it will make me scandalized.
If you think so, then stay at home and go not.
Nay, that I would not.
So never dream of infamy, but go. If Proteus like your journey when you come, no matter who is displeased when you are gone. I fear that he will scarcely pleased with all.
Why, that is the least, Lucetta, of my fear. 1,000 oaths and ocean of his tears and instances of infinite of love warns me welcome to my Proteus.
All these are servants of deceitful men.
Base men who use them to so base effect. But truer stars to govern Proteus' birth. His words are bonds, his oaths are oracles, his love sincere, his thoughts immaculate, his tears pure messengers sent from his heart as far from fraud as heaven from earth.
Pray heaven do so when you come to him.
Not as thou lovest me, do him not that wrong to bear a hard opinion of his truth. Only deserve my love in loving him. And presently go with me to my chamber to take note of what I stand in need of to furnish me upon my longing journey. All that is mine I leave at thy dispose. My goods, my lands, my reputation, only in lieu thereof dispatch me hence. Come answer not but too personally. I am impatient of my tarriance.
How now, Sir Proteus? What's your will with me?
My gracious lord, that which I would discover, the law of friendship bids me to conceal. But when I call to mind your gracious favors, done to me undeserving as I am, my duty pricks me unto utter that which else no worldly good should draw from me. No, noble prince, tonight, Sir Valentine, my friend, this knight intends to steal away your daughter. Myself and one made privy to the plot. I know you've determined to bestow her on Thurio, whom your gentle daughter hates. But should she then thus be stolen away from you, it would cause much vexation to your age. Thus, for my duty's sake, I rather chose to cross my friend in his intended drift than by concealing it heap on your head a pack of sorrows that would press you down, being unprevented to your time of grave.
Proteus! I thank thee for thine honest care, which to requite commend me while I live. This love of theirs myself have often seen, happily, while they judged me fast asleep, and oftentimes have purpose to forbid Sir Valentine her company and my court. But fearing lest my jealous aim might err, and so unworthily disgrace the man, a rashness that I ever yet shunned, I gave him gentle looks, thereby to find out which thy love hast thou disclosed to me. And that thou mayest perceive my fear of this, knowing that tender youth the soon suggested, I nightly lodge her in an upper tower. The humor of myself have ever kept in that she cannot be conveyed away.
No, noble prince, they have devised to me how he, her chamber window, will ascend, and with a corded ladder fetch her down, from which the youthful lover now is gone, and this way comes he with it presently, where, if it please you, you may intercept him. But good my lord, do it so cunningly that my discovery be not aimed at, for love of you, and not hate unto my friend, hath made me publisher of this pretense.
Upon mine honor, he shall never know that I had any life to be of this.
Adieu, my lord. Sir Valentine is coming.
Sir Valentine! Whither away so fast?
So please your grace, there is a messenger that stays to bear my letters to my friend, and I am going to deliver them.
Be they of much import?
But they'll signify my health and happy being in accord.
Nay then, no matter. Stay with me a while. I am to confer with thee of some affairs wherein thou must keep secret. 'Tis not unknown to thee that I have sought to match my daughter to Sir Thurio.
I know well, my lord, and should match were rich and honorable. Besides, the gentleman is full of qualities, worth and bounties well beseeming such a wife as your fair daughter. Can your grace not win her to vanity?
Oh, no, trust me. She is peevish, sullen, froward, proud, disobedient, stubborn, lacking duty, neither regarding that she is my child, nor fearing me as I were her father. And may I say to thee, this pride of hers, upon advice, hath drawn my love from her. And where I thought the remnant of mine age should have been cherished by her childlike duty, I am now full resolved to take a wife. And turn her out, and who will take her in? Then let her beauty be her wedding dower. For me and my possessions she esteems not.
What would your grace have me to do in this?
There is a lady of Verona here whom I affect, but she is nice and coy and not esteems my aged eloquence. Now, therefore, would I have thee to be my tutor. For long anon I have forgot the court, and besides, the fashions of the times has changed. How and which way I may bestow myself to be regarded in her sun-bright eye.
I win her with gifts if she respects not words.
But she did
Jewels
so.
in her sound kind do more than good words to move a woman's kind. A woman sometimes scorns what best contents her. Send her another. Never give her or at first makes after love the more. If she why the fools are mad if left alone. No, take no repulse, whatever she does say. You forget she's gone. She does not mean away. Flattering praise. Commend, extol their graces. No, they're so black, say they have angels' faces. That man that has a tongue is say is no man. With his tongue he cannot fool a woman.
But she, is promised by her friends unto a youthful gentleman of worth, and kept severely from resort of man. No man hath access by day to her.
Why, then, I would resort to her by night.
But the doors be locked and keys kept safe, that no man hath access to her by night.
Oh, well, but one may enter at her window.
Oh, her chamber is aloft, far from the ground, and built so shelving that one cannot climb it without apparent hazard of his life.
Why, then, a ladder? When you made a cord with two anchoring hooks to cast up would serve to scale another hero's tower, so boldly
Thou art a gentleman of blood.
advise me where. Oh, and pray tell me, my lord, when would you use it?
This very night. For love is like a child who longs for everything he can come by.
By 7 o'clock, I'll get thee such a ladder.
But hardly, I will go to her alone. How shall I best convey the ladder thither?
Why, it will be light, my lord, that it may be borne underneath a cloak that is of any light.
A cloak as long as thine will serve the turn.
Aye, my good lord.
Then let me see thy cloak. I'll fetch me a cloak of such another thing.
Why, any cloak will serve the turn, my lord.
How shall I fashion me to wear the cloak? I pray thee, let me feel thy cloak upon me. What letter is this same? What's here? To Sylvia? And here an engine fit for my proceeding. I'll be so bold to break the seal rules. Sylvia, this night I will enfranchise thee. 'Tis so. And here the ladder fit for the purpose. Why, Phaeton, for thou art miracle son, for thou aspire to climb the heaven card with thy daring folly burn the world! Wilt thou reach stars because they shine on thee? Go, base intruder, overweening slave! Bestow thy fawning smiles on equal mates, and think my patience more than thy desert is privilege for thy departure, and thank me for this more than all the favors which all too much I have bestowed on thee. Thou lingerest in my territories longer than swiftest expedition will give thee time to leave our royal court. By heaven, my wrath shall far exceed the love I ever bore my daughter or myself. Be gone, I will not hear thy vain excuse. But as thou lovest life, make speed from hence.
And why not death rather than living torment? To die is to be banished from myself, and well, Sylvia is myself. The self from self is a deadly banishment. What light is light if Sylvia be not seen? What joy is joy if Sylvia be not by? Unless it be to think that she is by, and to feed upon the shadow of perfection. Except I am by Sylvia in the night, there is no music in the nightingale. Unless I look upon Sylvia in the day, there is no day for me to look upon. She is my essence, and I leave to be if by her presence I am not cherished, fostered, kept alive. I fly, not death, to fly his deadly doom. Would stay I here, I would attend on death. But fly I hence? I fly from
life.
I'm going to do everything I can. Will you please run? Well, I'm going to do what I can do.
Shall I strike? What's the strike? Nothing. Villain, forbear. I'll strike at nothing. Sir, I say forbear. Try it, Valentine word.
We are just off some good news. So much of bad already hath possessed them.
Then in dumb silence will I bury mine, for they are harsh, untunable, and bad.
So be dead.
No, Valentine.
No, Valentine, for sacred Sylvia. Hath she forsworn me?
No, Valentine.
No, Valentine and Sylvia hath forsworn me. What is your news?
Sir, there is a proclamation that thou art banished. That thou art banished. That is the news. From Sylvia, for me, thy friend.
No, I've already fed upon this woman. Now excess of it will make me serpent. Does she know that I am banished?
Aye. And she hath offered to the doom which unreversed stands in effectual force. A sea of melting pearl, which some call tears, those at her father's churlish feet she tendered. With them upon her knees, her humble self, wringing her hands whose whiteness overcame them, as if but now they waxed and pale for woe, but neither bended knee, pure hand held up, sad sigh, deep groan, or silver-shedding tear could penetrate her uncompassionate sire. But if Valentine be ta'en, must die. Besides, her intercession chafed him so, when she, for thy repeal was suppliant, to close prison commanded her, with many benefits abiding him.
Enough! Unless the next word thou speakest has some malignant power upon my life. If so, I pray thee, breathe it in mine ear, as ending anthem of my endless dollar.
Cease to lament, for that thou canst not help, and study hope for that which thou laments. Time is the nurse and breeder of all good. Here if thou stay, thou cannot see thy love. Besides, thy staying will abridge thy life. Hope is a lover's staff. Walk hence with that. Manage it against despairing thoughts. Thy letters may be here, but thou art hence, which being writ to me shall be delivered even in the milk-white bosom of thy love. The time now serves not to expostulate. Come, I'll convey thee through the city gate, and ere I part with thee, confer at large all that concerns thy love affairs. As thou lovest Sylvia, though not for thyself, regard thy danger and along with me.
It is thus is my boy. Bid him make haste to meet me at the north gate.
Go, sir, find out. Valentine!
Oh, dear Sylvia, the hapless Valentine.
I am but a fool, look you. And yet I have the wit to think my master is a kind of knave. But that's all one if he be but one knave. Oh, he lives not now that knows me to be in love, yet I am love. But a team of horse shall not pluck that from me, nor who 'tis I love. And yet 'tis a woman. But what woman I will not tell myself. And yet 'tis a milkmaid. Yet 'tis not a maid, for she hath had gossips. She hath more qualities in her than a water spaniel, which is much in a fair Christian. Oh, here is the catalog of her condition. Infamous. She can fetch and carry. Why, a horse can do no more. Nay, a horse cannot fetch, but only carry. Therefore, she is better than a jade. She can milk. Look you, a sweet virtue in a maid with clean hands.
And now, Senior lads, what news with your mastership?
My master's ship? Why does that seem?
Well, you're all nice still, mistake the word. What news then in your paper?
The blackest news that ever thou heard.
Why, man, how black?
Why, as black as ink.
Let me read them.
I only jolt head, thou canst not read.
Thou liest, I can.
I will try thee. Tell me this. Who begot thee?
Mary, the son of my grandfather.
Illiterate loiterer, it was the son of thy grandmother. This proves that thou canst not read.
Come, come, try me in thy paper.
Here, St. Nicholas be thy speech.
Infamous, she can milk.
Aye, that she can.
Item, she brews good ale.
And thereof comes the proverb, blessing of your heart, you brew good ale.
Item, she can sew.
That's as much as to say, can she sew?
Item, she can knit.
What care a man for a stock with a wench when she can knit him a stock?
Item, she can wash and
A
scout.
special virtue, for then she need not be washed and scout.
Item, she can spin.
Then may I set the world on wheels when she can spin for a living.
Item, she hath many nameless virtues.
That's as much as to say bastard virtues, who indeed know not their fathers and therefore have no names.
Here follow her vices.
Close at the heels of her virtues.
Item, she is not to be kissed fasting in respect of her breath.
That fault may be mended with a breakfast. Read on.
Item, she hath a sweet mouth.
That makes amends for her sour breath.
Item, she doth talk in her sleep.
Well, the best is she sleep not in her talk.
Item, she is slow in words.
Oh, villain who sets among her vices. To be slow in words is a woman's only virtue. I pray thee, is a woman's chief virtue.
Item, she is proud.
Out with that too. It was Eve's legacy and cannot be taken from her.
Item, she hath no teeth.
Well, it's no matter for that because I love crusts.
Item, she is cursed.
The best is she hath no teeth to bite.
Item, she will often praise her liquor.
If her liquor be good, she shall. If she will not, I will. For good things should be praised.
Item, she is too liberal.
Of her tongue she cannot, for that's written down she is slow of. Of her purse she shall not, for that I'll keep shut. Now, of another thing, she may, and that cannot I tell. Well, proceed.
Item, she hath more hair than wit, more faults than hairs, and more wealth than faults.
Stop him. I'll have her. She was mine and not mine twice or thrice in that last article. And if it be a match, as nothing is impossible.
What then?
Why, then I will tell thee, oh, that thy master stays for thee at the north gate.
For me?
For thee? Aye, who art thou? He hath stayed for a better man.
Must I go to him?
Thou must run to him, for thou hast stayed so long that going will scarce serve the turn.
Why did you not tell me sooner? A pass of your law letter!
Now will he be swinged for reading my letters? An unmannerly slave that will thrust himself into secrets, I'll after to rejoice in the boy's correction.
loses form, and so a little time will melt her frozen thoughts, and worthless Valentine shall be forgot. How now, Sir Proteus? Is your countryman, according to our proclamation, gone?
Gone, my lord.
And my daughter takes is going grievously.
A little time, my lord, will kill that rage.
So I believe, but Thurio thinks not so. Proteus, the good conceit I hold of thee, for thou hast shown some sign of good desert, and makes me the better to confer with thee.
Longer than I prove loyal to your grace, let me not live to look upon your grace.
I know something would affect the match between my daughter and Sir Thurio.
I do, my lord.
And I think thou art not ignorant how she opposes him against my will.
She did, my lord, when Sir Valentine was here.
Aye, and perversely she persevers so. What might we do to make the girl forget the love of Valentine and love Sir Thurio?
The best way is to slander him with falsehood, cowardice, poor descent, three things women highly hold in hate.
Aye, but you'll think that it is spoken hate.
Indeed, if his enemy deliberates, therefore it must with circumstance be spoken by one she esteemeth as his friend.
And you must undertake to slander him.
And that, my lord, I would be loath to do. 'Tis an ill office of a gentleman, especially against his very friend.
Why, your good word can never advantage him. Your slander can never damage him. Therefore, the office is indifferent, being entreated to it by your friend.
Ah, you have prevailed, my lord. If I can do it by aught, if I can speak in his dispraise, she shall not long continue love to him. But this we rebut from Valentine, it does not follow she shall love Sir Thurio. Therefore, as one wants her love from him, lest it should raffle and be good to none, you must provide an ornament to me, which must be done by praising me as much as you in words dispraise Sir Valentine.
And, Proteus, we dare trust you in this kind, because we know, on Valentine's report, thou art already love's firm votary, and cannot soon revolt and change your mind. Upon this warrant shall you have access, where you may confer at large with Sylvia, for she is lovish, heavy, and melancholy, and for your friend's sake will be glad of you. Where you may temper her by your persuasion to hate young Valentine and love my friend.
All that I can do, I will effect. But you, Sir Thurio, are not sharp enough. You must lay line to tangle her desires by wakeful sonnets whose composed rhymes are full fraught with serviceable vows.
Aye, much is the force of having bred poesy.
Say that upon the altar of her beauty, you sacrifice your tears, your sighs, your heart, right, till your ink be dry, and with your tears moist it again. Form some feeling line that may discover such integrity. For Orpheus' lute was O-R-P-S. Orpheus' lute was strong with poet sinews, whose golden touch could soften steel and stone, make tigers tame and huge leviathans. Forsake unsounded deeps to dance on sands. After your dire lamenting elegies, visit by night your lady's chamber window, and with some sweet consorts to their instruments, tune a deploring dump. The night's dead silence will well become such sweet, complaining greetings. This, or nothing else, will inherit.
This discipline shows thou hast been in love.
Tonight I shall put it to practice. Therefore, sweet Proteus, my direction giver, let us into the city presently to sort some gentlemen well skilled in music. I have a sonnet that will serve the turn to give the onset to thy good advice.
About it, gentlemen.
We will wait upon your lordship till after supper, and afterwards determine our proceedings.
Even now, about it. I will part with you.
Fellow, step back! I see a passenger!
If there be pain, scream
will I, for he is a proper man. No, I have little will to lose. A man I am crossed with adversity. My fortunes are these which you should fear discourage me. You take the sum and substance that I have.
Whither travel you?
To Verona.
Whence came you?
From Milan.
How long have you sojourned there?
Some 16 months and longer of a state of crooked fortune had not thwarted me.
What? Were you banished then?
I was.
For what offense?
That which now torments me to rehearse. I killed a man. I must repent, though I slew him amply in fight, and not without base advantages or false treacheries.
Why never repented if it were done so? Or were you banished for so small a fault?
I was, and held me glad of such a fate.
Have you the tongue?
My travels in my youth there have made me happy, or else I often had been miserable.
By the bare scalp of Robin Hood's backbriar. This fellow were a king for our wild faction.
We'll have him. Sarah's word.
Master, be one of them. It's an honorable kind of thievery.
Tell us this. Have you anything to take to?
Not but my fortune.
Know then that some of us are gentlemen, such as the fury of ungoverned youth, thrust from the company of awful men. Myself was from Verona banished, for practicing to steal away a lady, an heir and niece allied unto the Duke.
And I, from Mantua, for a gentleman who, in my mood, I stabbed unto the heart.
And like petty crimes of these, but to the purpose. For we cite our fault that they may hold excused our lawless lives, and partly, seeing as you are beautified with goodly shape, and by your own report a linguist, and a man of such perfection that we do in our quality much want.
Indeed, because you are a banished man, therefore above the rest we parley to you. Are you content to be our general, to make a virtue of necessity, and live as we do in the wilderness?
What sayst thou? Wilt thou be of our consort? Say I, and be the captain of us all. We'll do thee homage and be ruled by thee. Love thee as our commander and king.
But, if thou scorn our courtesy, thou diest. Thou shalt not live to brag what we have offered.
I will take your offer and will live with you, provided you do no outrages on silly women and poor passengers.
We detest such vile, base practices. Come now. We'll show thee to our cruise and show thee all the treasures we have got, which, with ourselves, all rest at thy disposal.
Already have I been false to Valentine, and now I must be unjust to Thurio under the color of commending. I have accessed my own love to prefer. But Sylvia is too fair, too true, too holy to be corrupted by my worthless gifts. When I protest true loyalty to her, she twits me on my falsehood to my friend. When to her beauty I commend my vows, she bids me think how I have been forsworn in breaking my faith with Julie, whom I loved. Notwithstanding all her sudden quips, the least whereof would quell a lover's hope, yet Spaniel-like, the more she spurns my love, the more it grows and fawneth on her still. Yet here comes Thurio, and now must be to her window to give some evening music to her ear. How now, Sir Proteus, are you crept before me? Aye, gentle Thurio, for you know, love of frequent service where it cannot go. Aye, but I hope, sir, that you love not here. Oh, but I do, or else I would be hence. Who? Sylvia? Aye, Sylvia. Ah, for thy sake! I beg you for your own. Now, let's tune into it lustily a while.
Now, my young guest, methinks your melancholy. I pray you, why is it? Marry mine host, because I cannot be married. Come, who have you be married? I'll bring you where you shall hear music, and see the gentleman that you asked for. You shall hear him speak? Aye, that you shall. Have to see music. Hark! Hark! Is he among these? Aye, but peace, let's hear it.
Who is Sylvia? What is she? That all our swims commend her. Holy, fair, and wise is she, that heaven such grace did lend her. That she might admired be, is she kind, she is fair, for beauty lives in kindness. Love doth to her eyes repair, to help him of his blindness. And being helped in heaven's fair, then to Sylvia let us sing. But Sylvia is excelled, she excels each mortal thing upon this dull earth dwelling. To her let us garlands bring.
How now? Are you sadder than you were before? How do you, man? The music likes you not. You mistake. The musician likes me not. Why, my pretty youth? He plays false, mother. How? Out of tune on the strings. So, but so false that it grieves my very heartstrings. You have a quick ear. I would I were deaf. It makes me have a slow heart. I perceive you delight not in music. Not a whit when it jars so. Hark what fine change is in the music. Aye, that change is the spite. You would have them always play but one thing. I would always have one play but one thing. But tell me, host, doth this Sir Proteus that we talk on often resort unto this gentlewoman? I tell you what Gaunt, his man, told me. He loved her out of all things. Where is Gaunt? Gone to seek his dog, which tomorrow, by his master's command, he must carry for a present to his lady. Please stand aside, the company parts.
Barrier, fear not you, and will so plead that you shall say my cunning drift excel. Where meet we? I see Gregory's well. Farewell. Madam, good evening to your ladyship.
I thank you for your music. Who is that that's face?
One lady, if you knew his heart's pure truth, you would quickly learn to know him by his voice.
Sir Proteus, as I take it.
Proteus, gentle lady, and your servant.
What's your will?
I am encompass yours.
Oh, you have your wish. My will is even this. This presently, you hie you home to bed. Thou subtle, perjured, false, disloyal man, thinkest thou I am so shallow, so conceitless to be seduced by thy flattery, that hast deceived so many with thy vows? Return, and make thy love amends. For me, by this pale queen of night, I swear I am so far from granting thy request that I despise thee for thy wrongful suit, and by intend to chide myself, even for this time I spent in talking to thee.
I grieve! Sweet love, I did love the lady once, but she is dead.
For false if I should speak it, for I am sure she is not buried.
Say that she be, yet Valentine, thy friend survives, to whom thyself art witness I am betrothed. Art thou not ashamed to wrong him with thy importunity?
I likewise hear that Valentine is dead.
So suppose am I. For in his grave assure thyself my love is buried.
Sweet lady, let me break it from the earth.
Go to thy lady's grave, call her this, or at the least in her sepulchre thine.
He heard not that.
Madam, if your heart be so obdurate, now say to me yet your picture for my love. The picture that is hanging in your chamber, to that I speak. To that I'll sigh and weep. For since the substance of your perfect self is else devoted, I am but a shadow, and to your shadow will I make true love.
If 'twere a substance, you would sure deceive it, and make it but a shadow as I am.
I am very loath to be your idol, sir. But since your falsehood shall become you well to worship shadows and adore false shapes, send to me in the morning and I'll send it. And so the rest.
As judges have one night to wait for execution in the morn.
will you go?
By my habit, I was fast asleep.
Pray you rely on Proteus.
Mary in my house.
Trust me, this is almost day. Not so. But it has been the longest night that e'er I've watched. And the most heaviest. This is the hour that Madame Sylvia has entreated me to call and know her mind. There's some great matter she'd employ me in. Madam? Your servant and your friend won the tender ladyship's command.
Eglethorpe. 1,000 times good morrow.
Oh, not as many, worthy lady, to your service. According to your ladyship's info, I must early come to know what service it is your pleasure to command me in.
Eglethorpe, thou art a gentlewoman. Think not I flatter, for I swear I do not. Valiant. Wise. Remorseful. Well, accomplished. Thou art not ignorant what dear goodwill I bear as the nor how my father would enforce me marry vain Thurio, whom my very soul abhorred. Thyself hast loved, and I have heard thee say, no grief did ever come so near thy heart as when thy lady and thy true love died. Upon whose grave thou vowedst your chastity. I went to Valentine, the mansion where I hear he makes abode. And, for the ways are dangerous to pass thy doom, desire thy worthy company. Upon whose faith and honor I repose. Urge not my mother's anger, Eglethorpe, but think upon my grief, a lady's grief, and on the justice of my fine hands to keep me from the most unholy match, which heaven and fortune still rewards a blade. I do desire thee, even from a heart as full of sorrow as the sea of sand, to bear me company and go with me. If not, to hide what I have said to thee, that I may venture to depart alone.
Madam, I pity much your grievances, which I know they're virtuously laced. I give consent to go along with you. Reckon what little betideth me as much as I wish all good but fortune you. When will you go?
This evening coming.
Where shall I meet?
At Friar Patrick's cell where I intend holy confession.
I will not fail your ladyship. Good morrow, gentle lady.
Good morrow, kind Eglethorpe.
When a man's servant shall concur with him, look you, it goes hard. One that I raised up of a puppy, one that I saved from drowning when 3 or 4 of his blind brothers and sisters went to it. I have taught him as one would say precisely, thus I would teach a dog. I was sent to deliver him as a present to Mistress Sylvia from my master, and I came no sooner into the dining chamber, but he steps me to her trencher and steals her chicken's leg. Oh, 'tis a foul thing when a cur cannot keep himself in all companies. If I had not more wit than he, to take a fault upon me that he did, I think he'd been hanged for it. Sure as I live, he'd suffered for it. You shall judge. He thrust me himself into the company of 3 or 4 gentlemen-like dogs under the Duke's table. He had not been there. Bless the mark of pissing while, but all the chambers smelt. Out with the dog, says one. What cur is that, says another. Hey, Hang him up, says the third. Whip him out, says the Duke. I, having been acquainted with the smell before, knew it was crab, and goes me to the fellow that whips the dog. Friend, quoth I, you mean to whip the dog? Aye, marry, do I, quoth he. You do him the more wrong, quoth I. 'Twas I that did the thing you wot of. He bids me no more do but whip. Whips me out of the chamber. How many masters would do this for his servant? Nay, I'll be sworn. I have sat in the stocks for pudding. He has stolen. Otherwise he'd been executed. I have stood on the pillory for geese. He had killed. Otherwise he'd suffer for it. Thou thinkest not of this now. Nay, I remember the trick you served me when I took my leave of Madame Sylvia. Did not I bid thee so mark me and do as I do? When didst thou see me heave up my leg and make water against a gentle woman's farthingale? All you need is such a trick.
God, I like you well and employed in some service present. Might you please not do what I can?
Oh, thou will. How now, your some peasant? Where have you been these 3 or 4 years? Mary, sir, I carried Mistress Sylvia the dog you made me.
What says she to my little jewel?
Mary, she says your dog is a cur and tells you cur steaks is good enough for such a present.
But she received my dog.
Aye, indeed, she did not. Here, have I brought it back again.
What? Didst thou offer her this from me?
Aye, sir. The other dog was stolen from me at the marketplace by the hangman boys, and so I offered her my own, who is a dog as big as 10 of yours, and therefore the gift the greater.
Go, get thee hence, and find my dog again, when there return again into my sight. Wait! Say'st thou to vex me here? A slave!
That villain end turns me to shame.
Sebastian! I entertain thee partly that I am in need of such a youth that with some discretion can do my business, for 'tis not trusting on foolish lap, but chiefly for thy face and thy behavior, which, if my augury deceive me not, witness good, bringing up fortune and truth. Therefore, note that this I entertain thee. Take this ring and deliver it to Madame Sylvia. She loved me well, delivered it to me.
It seems you love not her to leave her token. She is dead, belike.
Not so, I think she lives.
Alas,
Why wouldst thou cry alas?
I cannot choose but pity her.
Wherefore shouldst thou pity her?
Because methinks that she loved you as well as you did love your lady Sylvia. She dreams on him that has forgot her love. You dote on her that cares not for your love. 'Tis pity love should be so contrary. And thinking on it makes me cry alas.
Well, deliver that ring and therewithal this letter. That is her chamber. Tell my lady I claim the promise of her heavenly picture. Your message being done, I am home unto my chamber, where thou shalt find me sad and solitary.
How many women would do such a message? Alas, poor Proteus! Thou hast entertained a fox to be the shepherd of thy lambs. Alas, poor fool. Why do I pity him that with his very heart despiseth me? Because he loves her, he despiseth me. Because I love him, I must pity him. This ring I gave him when he parted from me to bind him, to remember my goodwill. And now am I, unhappy messenger, to plead for that which I would not obtain, to carry that which I would have refused, to praise his face, which I would have dispraised. I am my master's true confirmed love, but cannot be true servant to my master unless I prove false traitor to myself. Yet will I woo for him, but yet so coldly, as heaven it knows I would not have him speed. Gentlewoman, good day. I pray you, be my means to bring me here to speak with Madame Sylvia.
What would you with her if that I be she?
If you be she, I do entreat your patience to hear me speak the message I am sent on.
From whom?
From my master, Sir Proteus, madam.
He sends you for a picture?
Aye, madam.
Go, give your master this. Tell him from me, one Julia that his changing thoughts forget would better fit his chamber than this shadow.
Madam, please you peruse this letter. Pardon me, madam. I have unadvised delivered to you a paper that I should not. This is the letter to your ladyship.
I pray thee, let me look at it.
I may not be good, madam. Pardon me.
Hold. I will not look upon your master's lines. I know they are stuffed with protestations and full of newfound oaths that he will break as easily as I do tear his paper.
Madam, he sends your ladyship this ring.
The more shame for him that he sends it me. For I have heard him say 1,000 times his Julia gave it him at his departure. Though his false finger hath profaned the ring, mine will not do his Julia so much wrong.
She thanks you.
What sayest thou?
I thank you, madam, that you tender her. Poor gentlewoman, my master wrongs her much.
Dost thou know her?
Almost as well as I do know myself. To think upon her woes, I do protest that I have wept several times.
But like she thinks that Proteus hath forsook her.
I think she does, and that's her cause of sorrow.
Is she not passing fair?
She hath been fairer, madam, than she is. When she did think my master loved her well, she, in my judgment, was as fair as you. But since she did neglect her looking glass and threw her stomach filling out the way, the air hath starred the roses in her cheeks and pinched the lily tincture of her face, that now she has become as black as I.
How tall is she?
About my stature. For at Pentecost, where all our pageants of the lights were played, our youth got me to play the woman's part, and I was trimmed in Madame Julia's gown, which served as fit by all men's judgments as if the garment had been made for me. Therefore I know she is about my height. And at that time, I made her weep a good, for I did play a lamentable part. Madam, 'twas Ariadne, passioning for Theseus' perjury and unjust flight, which I so lively acted with my tears that my poor mistress, moved therewithal, wept bitterly. And would I might be dead had I not felt her very sorrow.
She is beholding to thee, gentle youth. Alas, poor lady, desolate left. I weep myself to think upon thy words. Here, youth, there is my purse. I give thee this for thy sweet mistress' sake, because thou lovest her. Farewell.
And she shall thank you for it, there you know her. A virtuous gentlewoman, mild and beautiful. I hope my master's suit will be the cold, since she respects my mistress' love so much. Alas, how love can trifle with itself! Ugh. Here is her picture. Let me see. I think if I had such attire, this face of mine were full as lovely as is this of hers. And yet, I think the painter flattered her a little, unless I flatter with myself too much. Her hair is auburn. Mine is perfect yellow. If that be all the difference in his love, I'll get me such a colored periwig. Her eyes are gray as glass, and so are mine. Aye, but her forehead's low and mine is high. What should it be that he respects in her, but I can make respective in myself, if this fond love were not a blinded God? Come, shadow, and take this shadow up, for 'tis thy rival. Oh, thou senseless form, thou shalt be worshipped, kissed, loved, adored, and were there sense in his idolatry, my substance should be statue in thy stead. I will use thee kindly for thy mistress' sake that used me so. Or else, by Jove, I vow, I should have scratched out your unseeing eyes to make my master out of love with thee.
Sun begins to gild the western sky, and now it is the very hour that Madame Sylvia at Friar Patrick's cell should meet me. She will not fail. For lovers break not ours, unless it be to come before their time, so much they spur their expedition. Ah! See where she comes? Lady! A happy... Hey, man, oh, Eglethorpe! Come at the post for ready Abbey Wall! I fear I'm in the direction spies. Fear not. The forest is not really gone. If we recover that, we are sure enough.
Proteus! What the hell did my suit?
Oh, sir, I find her milder than she was.
And yet, she takes exceptions at your person. What, that my leg is too long?
Oh, that it's too little.
I'll wear a boot to make it somewhat rounder.
Nay, love will not be spurred to what it low.
What's the seat of my face?
That it is a fair one.
Nay, then, the wanton lies. My face is tan. How like she my discourse?
Ill when you talk of war.
But well when I discourse of love and peace.
But better indeed when you hold your peace.
What's the seat of my back?
Oh, sir, she makes no doubt of that.
She needs not, she knows it. Coward.
What's the seat of my birth?
That you are well derived.
True, from a gentleman to a fool.
Consider she my possession.
Aye, sir, and pities them.
Wherefore?
That such an ass should own them.
Then they are out by leave.
Oh, here goes.
I'm not so Proteus. Oh, I'm not sorry. Oh, which of you saw Eglethorpe, please?
Nor I.
Saw you, my daughter?
Neither.
Why, then she's fled under that peasant Valentine, and Eglethorpe is in her company. 'Tis true, for Friar Lawrence, as he in penance met them both, though him he knew well, and guessed that it was she, but being masked, he was not sure of it. And besides, she did intend confession at Patrick's cell this even, and there she was not. All these likelihoods confirm her flight from hence. Therefore stand not on discourse, but mount you presently, and meet with me upon the rising of the mountain foot that leads toward Manchmal, whither they are fled. Dispatch, sweet gentlemen, and follow me.
Why, this. It is to be a peevish girl that flies for fortune when it follows her. I'll after. More to be revenged on Eglethorpe than for the love of reckless Sylvia.
I'll go more for Sylvia's love and hate of Eglethorpe that goes with her.
And I'll follow. More to cross that love than hate for Sylvia that is gone for love. Be patient. We must bring you to our captain. 1,000 more mischances than this one of learning to look patiently. Come, take her away. Where's the gentlewoman that was with her?
Oh, being nimble-footed, she hath outrun
But
us.
Royce and Valerius follow her. Go back with her to the west end of the woods. There is our captain.
We'll follow her.
The thing it is to stand, she cannot stay. Come, I must bring you to our captain's cave. But fear not, he bears an honorable mind and will not use a woman lawlessly. Oh, Valentine, this I endure for thee.
I used to breed a habit in a man. The shadowy desert, these unfrequented woods, I better brook than flourishing peopled towns. Here I can sit alone, unseen of any, until the nightingale's complaining notes tune my distresses and record my woes. No, thou that dost inhabit in my breast, leave not the mansion so long tenantless.
lest the building growing ruinous should fall, leaving no memory of what it was. Oh, repair me with thy presence, Sylvia. Thou gentle nymph, cherish thy forlorn swain. Well, these are my mates that make their wills their law. They have some unhappy passenger in chase. I have much to do to keep them from uncivil outrages, but they love me well. Oh, jolly Valentine, who's this comes here?
Madam! A service I have done you. What you have not I have service done. To hazard life and rescue you from him would have forced your honor and your love. Sates me for my need, but one fair look. Smaller boon than this I cannot beg, and less than this I'm sure you cannot give.
Oh, how like a dream is this I see and I hear. Oh, love, give me patience to forbear a while.
Oh, miserable, unhappy that I am.
Unhappy were you, madam, ere I came, but by my coming I have made you happy.
Oh, by thy approach makes me most unhappy.
And me when he approaches to your presence.
Had I been seized by a hungry lion, I would have been a breakfast to the beast rather than have false Proteus rescue me. Oh, heaven be judge how I love Valentine, whose life is tender to me as my soul, and full as much for more there cannot be. I do detest false perjured Proteus, therefore be gone, solicit me no more.
What dangerous action stood it next to death would I not undergo for one calm look? That is the curse in love, when women cannot love where they are beloved.
Proteus cannot love where he's beloved. Read over Julia's heart, thy first, best love, for whose dear sake thou didst then rend thy faith into 1,000 oaths, and all those oaths descended in the perjury to love me. Thou hast no faith left now, unless thou hast two, and that's far worse than none. Better have none than plural faith, which is too much by one. Thou counterfeit to thy true friend.
In love, who respects friends?
Okay, but Proteus...
If the gentle spirits or moving words can in no way change you into a mild form, then I will use like arms and love you against the nature of love. Force me! You don't command to stop and let go the rude, uncivil touch.
Thou, friend of ill fashion, thou common friend, that's without faith, love, such a friend now, O treacherous man, thou hast beguiled my hopes, not but mine eyes could have persuaded me. Now, I dare not say that I have one friend alive, thou wouldst disprove me. Who should be trusted when one's right hand is perjured to the
Valentine?
Proteus, I am sorry that I never trusted thee more. Count the horrible stranger for thy sake. Oh, pride wound is deepest. Oh, time most accursed. That amongst all foes, a friend should be the worst.
My shame you found me. Forgive me, Valentine. If I shall be sufficient answer for a man like that you hear, I truly suffer, and there I give compare.
Then I am paid. Once again, I do receive thee honest. Who by repentance is not satisfied, is nor of heaven nor earth, for these are pleased. By repentance the eternal's wrath appeased, and so that my love may appear plain and free. All that was mine in Sylvia, I give to thee.
Be unhappy.
Yeah, look to the boy.
My boy, my lad! I don't know what's the matter. Look up, speak.
Good sir, my master charged me to deliver a ring to Madame Sylvia, which out of my neglect was never done.
Where is that ring, boy?
Here it is. This is it.
Let me see. This is the ring I gave to Julia.
Oh, cry you mercy, sir. I have to check. This is the ring you sent to Sylvia.
How came you stop by this ring? On my depart, I gave it on to Julia.
And Julia herself did give it me. Julia herself hath brought it hither.
Oh, Julia.
Behold her that gave aim to all thy oaths, and entertained them deeply in her heart. How oft hast thou with perjury left the root? Oh, Proteus! Let this habit make thee blush. Be thou ashamed that I have took upon me such an immodest raiment. If shame live in a disguise of love. It is the lesser blast modesty finds women to change their shape than men their minds.
Men, their minds, 'tis true. Oh, heaven, men were constant, you were perfect. Now when error fills him with faults, makes him run through all the sins, and inconstancy falls off ere it begins. What in Sylvia's face, that I may spy more fresh in Julia's with a constant eye.
Come, a hand from each. And let me be blessed to make this happy close. For pity two such friends should be long foes.
Bear witness heaven, I have my wish forever.
And I mine.
Your Grace, you are welcome to a man disgraced. Banished Valentine.
Sir Valentine?
Yonder is Sylvia, and Sylvia's mom.
Get me back to your wealth, embrace thy Come not within the measure of my wrath. Name Sylvia thy forth once again. Milan shall not hold thee. Here she is. Take but possession of her with a touch. I dare you, but to breathe upon my love.
Sir Valentine, I care not for her. I hold him but a fool that will endanger his own body for a girl that loves him not. I claim her not, and therefore she's thine.
The more considerate and base art thou to make such means for her at times, while it leave her on such slight conditions. Now, by my ancestry, I do applaud thy spirit, Valentine, and think thee worthy of an empress' love. Know then I here forget all griefs, cancel all grudge, repeal thee home again, and lead a new state in thy unrivaled merit, to which I thus subscribe. Sir Valentine, thou art a gentleman, and well derived. Take thou thy Sylvia, for thou hast deserved her.
I thank your Grace. Your gift hath made me happy, but I must ask, for your daughter's sake, to grant one boon.
I grant it for the noble, whatever it be.
These banished men that I have kept withal are men endued with worthy qualities. Forgive them what they have committed here, and let them be recalled from their exile. They are civil, reformed, and full of good, fit for great employment, worthy Lord.
Thou hast prevailed. I will pardon them and thee. Dispose of them as thou knowest their best deserts. And come, we will conclude all jars with triumph and mirth and rare solemnity.
And as we go along, I dare be bold with our discourse to make your Grace to smile. But tell me, my lord, what think you of this page?
I think the boy hath some grace in him.
He blushes. I warrant you, my lord, more grace than boy.
What mean you by that, say?
So please your Grace, I will tell you as we pass along, so much that you will wonder what hath fortunate here. Come, Proteus. 'Tis your penance but to hear the story of your love's discovery.
That being done, our marriage hour shall be yours. One house, one feast, and one mutual happiness.